Four-footed standard for the two-handed worker. What does that mean?
What?
Four-footed standard for the two-handed worker. It's from the Cab Horse Charter.
Ah, I thought I remembered that saying. It was part of William Booth's campaign about poverty in London. He was comparing how horses were treated and how people were treated.
So he thought the people should be more like horses?
I don't know why, but I have a feeling that we may not be on the same page here. Hallamahalo to East End, London. Year 1890, please.
What?
Hallamahalo? Take out Bram's thoughts and replace it with actual history, please. That's better.
I guess. So what do the horses have to do with anything?
Horses were used for transportation.
A cab horse is what they called the horses that pulled the carriages or cabs.
William Booth pointed out that every cab horse in London was well taken care of.
Each horse had a safe place to sleep at night, didn't have to worry about going hungry, and was cared for when it got sick or injured.
He also pointed out that same thing couldn't be said of the people of London.
He asked people of London how we could make sure that the most important needs of horses could be met, but then allow so many neighbors to go without.
They figured between 4 and 5 million people were living in such incredible hopelessness, Booth knew that something had to be done.
So what did the Cab Horse Charter do? Did it create housing or find work for people?
No, not any of those things.
One of the things that Booth did a lot was to make people aware of problems.
Right, because there must have been a lot of people who would never go to these parts of town. I know that's part of the Salvation Army's start. It was going to places where others wouldn't go.
Exactly. And you can't fix a problem that you don't know about.
But they weren't just talking raising awareness. By the time Booth issued the Cab Horse Charter, the Slum Brigade had already been going strong for years.
That's right. Soldiers who committed to live and work in some of the toughest neighborhoods in London.
The Slum Brigade were right on the front lines. Rather than just visit these poverty-stricken areas, they actually lived and worked there. Because it's easier to love your neighbor when they are actually your neighbor.
Through prayer and fellowship, they were able to help so many people overcome huge obstacles. Many of them overcame addictions, found work, and were able to live better, healthier lives.
They also experienced the love of Jesus and were healed from hopelessness and despair. Now do you understand the Cab Horse Charter?
I do. Thanks, you guys.
You're totally welcome.
I guess you could say that William Booth really knew how to put the heart before the horse.